Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Half-Life 2. In the last episode, I think we died. Technically, we got killed by a head crab, but I didn't realize that electricity did as much damage as it does. And you lose life very quickly. Just like electricity can give you life, it can also take it away. So, but here we are. The clocks, you know, that was always something that really bothered me in games. Whenever, there was like maybe one or two games I've ever played that actually the clock was actually right, like it matched your dashboard clock, or you know, whatever the time was, whatever your system used as the clock. I need to save this game. I haven't even saved the game yet. Oh my god, if I'd have turned this game off and had to done this over again, I'd have lost my freaking mind. But anyway, it kind of bothers me because I feel like we should be technical enough in this day and age to make game clocks match actual clocks. Shotgun? No shotgun, but we got grenades! Okay, so we got this grenade. Is that just what the grenades look like? What happened to you, man? All of a sudden he wakes up and he eats your face off. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Welcome back to Let's Play Half-Life 2. Oh, please tell me you drive this thing. Oh, please tell me. Whoa! Hello, Jesus! Right. I want to drive this thing. I want to drive this thing. How do I drive this thing? I don't think you can. Sad face. What is that? Oh, hang on. You know, I gotta give it to these dudes. They are really good shots. I don't know where in the world they learn to shoot, but it seems like they see me 1,000 years before I see them. Which gives them a little bit of a strategical advantage, which is not very good. It's not muy caliente. It sucks, is what it does. It sucks big time. What is this? Ah! It's like I heard you, but I could not see you. Oh, look, first one of these we've seen in a while. That was good. Alright, now what is this? Just something I can use? Is it some kind of sexual apparatus? Probably not. Wouldn't be that lucky. Oh, grenadises. Dude, he can pick up a ton of grenades. That's a lot of grenades. Hey! Oh god! Once again, here we are. We're gonna grenade our way out of here. Goodbye! It didn't win, but they did take him off the thing. How good is Gordon at running and gunning? Like, is he a good shot, decent, or bad shot? Or can there be people that come out of this place now? Because I really want to use this gun. I get so excited about those guns. I see you. Yeah, that's right. You thought you had to jump on me when, in fact, Gordon Freeman is the king of the world. Dude, I used to have Gmod a long time ago, man. But, I mean, I got rid of it because I never played it anymore. There's nobody to play with. But, okay, you must crowbar your way into these. Makes sense. Makes sense, I guess. But anyway, it was just one of those things. There isn't another difficulty of this, is there? I don't want to, like, be... Oh, boy, there's... Okay, don't tell me there's a beat the game on extremely super Bayonetta mode. I hope not, because there's no witch time in this. Let's see. Oh, that's... okay. It combines everything? Oh, boy. Okay, mind if I... Let's see. Yeah, it's probably that secret achievement. Singing before... Oh, that's what that is. Yeah, water... I knew it was... I thought it was here. Destroy the Hunter Chopper in Half-Life 2. Please don't be beat the game on hardest difficulty. Kill an enemy with a tool. That sounds like fun. Use answer lines to kill 50 enemies. God, secret achievement, kill, shut down roof, C-17. We're still in Half-Life 1. The only sees die scoring escape trains. Okay. I have to figure this out later, I guess. Okay, yeah, okay, hopefully there's not. Hopefully there is not a super achievement for hard difficulty. I mean, granted, I'm probably going to run into more games that are like that more often. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. We're going to have to blow it up now, right? No! Once I hit it. No, did not work. Okay, so we wouldn't be able to come up here if... Excuse me. If there wasn't something up here. And see, now this is something that I have been starting to run into, ladies and gentlemen. When there's no objective marker, it's very difficult to play a game. Now, granted, that goes both ways. You could say people that used to play games back in the day that didn't have those things, obviously, are better gamers. Well, that's a matter of opinion. Better gamers versus not better gamers. But games have become easier as, you know, time has progressed. So it's, I don't know, it doesn't mean people are harder to... Okay. I get it. Nice. Gotta love this game. It's a very nice game. Very physical game. Let's get physical. Physical. Gordon Freeman. Physical. Physical. Oh, they did show up. What's up, muchas estas como? Yeah, I took Spanish in high school, you can tell. But anyway, it was just, is that it? What a bunch of babies, dude. But it was just, like, I'm used to games now that kind of hold your hand, you know? And then then you go back to games like Half-Life 2, they're like, duh, what is objective marker? I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I got the bullets, dude. These bullets will be the end of you. One thing I never liked, I mean, it makes sense, you know? The one thing I never liked about when you get shot is it, there's a lot of dudes. Why are you just using this? I'm gonna go back and get some health now. Oh, there's an alternate? How do you shoot an alternate? Oh! Left trigger. Great. Glad we didn't need that. Anyway, it was just, I don't know, you just, and you can't just hold it. Isn't that wonderful? Oh my gosh, these games think of everything. I don't know what you're talking about. Whenever you get shot, it sways your gun. That just drives me insane. I don't know why, it just does. But, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, physically, that's what would happen. If you got shot, your gun would probably flinch a little bit. I never liked it in video games. It drove me crazy. Just like Friday the 13th, drives me freaking crazy. It's a good game. I absolutely love the game they have made. I mean, yeah, the launch was screwed. Don't get me wrong. It was. I was watching a video one day, you know, because there's a lot of video surface about that game, and one of the things that really got me was they said that they were talking about Savini Jason and how it was made free for like PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And, you know, it's supposed to be, you know, backwards compatible, or not backwards compatible, but you know, it's supposed to be backer kit only. And how everybody was upset about that. Well, there was some guy, I can't remember who it was, I don't remember his name, but he said this. He said, when the game launched, we were all beta testers. The people that bought the game at launch were the real backers because they bought a broken game. And I thought, you know, that makes a lot of sense. I'm thinking, yeah, I think he's right. I mean, I'm not saying that I deserve Savini Jason because I didn't back the game. I didn't know about it. I was late. I was severely late. But, it just... I'm gonna die. I can feel it. Between the RPG and it's just hard to understand really what... Not understand, but it makes it like it was such a bad launch, and you know, Xbox One didn't get a day one patch, and oh god, it was bad. The first 2 weeks were terrible, but the core gameplay, what they were going for, what Gun Media and IllFonic did, they made a fantastic game. This is the game people have been waiting for roughly 30 years. I mean, and that's just no joke. I think the GM. Not up here. I don't think. No, I'm sorry. I get confused. But I'm pretty sure the singing guy is around there somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Not here, but he's kind of out in the open. You gotta make a left somewhere. You gotta make a left somewhere in Albuquerque, right? Go forward. But anyway, it was just one of those things. Like I am so proud of Gun Media and IllFonic. I love what they did. It's fantastic. I love it, and you know. They're adding DLC, and not just that, they're fixing the game. So I'm extremely proud of them. It's great. It's a fantastic game. All they need to do is fix it. That's all they need to do. That's it. And that is what I'm very excited about. They're fixing the game. It's getting better. And it's something to look forward to, you know? And that was a good shot. I want to die. I can tell. Murder has come swiftly to my life. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Can you just jump off the front of this boat? I'm starting to think that's what's up. Yeah, that is what's up. Okay. Can I shoot? I can shoot. Yeah, dang it. But I'm so proud of what they did. I mean, oh, that is home. Oh my god. Oh, shoot, please! That is a long reload, dude. That is almost too long. Anyway, there's a guy here. I know it. He's over there. But anyway, I'm so proud of what they did, and I love the game to death and beyond. I can't take this. Probably not with a hand. Probably not. I'm sorry, Gordon. I let you down. Sorry, I let you down, Gordon. Oh god, these boxes. Oh god, these boxes. Oh no! Oh god, no! Oh god, no! Oh, find some health! Heal me! Oh god, I'm dead. I'm dead. Helicopter wins, prevails once again. But it's just, they just need to fix it. That is it. I mean, it's all well and good making, not making, but, you know, release a DLC and new Jasons and stuff. I mean, that's great. I mean, that's pretty much expected now. But it's just a, I do like this gun. I like this gun a lot. I'm gonna try to save the bullets, though. It's just, they need to, I mean, look, there's a lot of glitches, there's a lot of things, but my biggest problem is, and this is where I won't know anything until, and I've been wanting to talk about this for forever, ever since this game came out. I've been wanting to try to relate to other people. I mean, I read in the forums where there's people that feel this way too, people that can see what I see and whatnot. But honestly, the trailer looks so much better than the original, than the release game. Has anybody else noticed that? Like, whenever you saw that trailer for the first time, did you not feel like you were in the middle of a horror movie? Because I did. And that's what really sold me on it, was just the way the game looked. It wasn't so much Jason Voorhees walking around killing people. I mean, yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. We've been needing a game like that. It was more of the whole camp. It actually feels like you're in Camp Crystal Lake. That's what it was like for me. And if you watch the early alpha footage, and then you watch the release gameplay, it's like a world of difference, man. And that's the only problem I have with it. Now, they're doing a step in the right direction. The small maps, like for instance, let me tell you what I'm talking. Let me try to explain what I'm talking about. There's a hello. There's a, let's see how to explain this. In the this is terrible. I'm sorry, I can't talk and shoot at the same time. It's like chewing gum. I can't do it. In the trailer, you know, as soon as he spawns, you know, they're here, Jason, find them. You know, when it did that number and stuff, I thought, oh, daddy, yes, daddy-like. But why I liked it was the way the game looked. Now, I'm not talking necessarily from a graphical point of view. The graphics are fine. Even in the released version of the game, the graphics are great. It's not the graphics. It's the art style. The art style that was in the trailer was it was unbelievably more dark. It was more sinister. It was more creepy. When I saw it, I mean, somewhere between the bugs in the lights and the shadows over the trees and the fog, somewhere between those three things, you really felt like you were in Camp Crystal Lake. Technically, Higgins Haven was the... Where's that? Oh, Technically, Higgins Haven is where the trailer took place at. But when I saw that, man, I actually felt like I was there. And the game, like, you're farther away from Jason than the actual release, and the game was so much more slower, and it just, whenever he teleported to Higgins, and you couldn't even see Higgins. That's what I'm talking about. Like, why did I reload? Why did I reload? I meant to stand up, and I thought B was stand up. What game are you playing, man? What compass you reading, lad? This one, sir. That's west, Patrick. You're fired again. But it was, oh, gimme, pump it up, baby. Pump it up. Oh, God. Excuse me. Pump, oh, mount, okay. What am I going to do about this helicopter? Oh, God. Ugh. It was just, Higgins was so dark. Like, you couldn't see any color. Like, what little color there was like shades of gray and things that really stood out. But whenever the final game was released, everything was so saturated. Like, you could see color in the dark. And that's what bugged me. Like, if you look at Higgins Haven in the trailer, the top of it, like where it comes to a point, it's just darkness. Like, the overhang is darkness. Even on the porch of Higgins, overhanging, like under the lights, there's darkness. And it's just overall just more creepy. And I actually sent a bug fix. You know that Jason Kills Bugs website? I actually sent a request in saying this isn't a bug, this is more of a concern. And I explained that. I said the trailer looked so much more creepy and so much more sinister, and I explained why. But when the final release came out, everything was so bland. Like, it just looked bland. Now, this is where it kind of gets... I'm sorry, I know we're supposed to be playing Half-Life 2, not talking about Friday, but I get a little emotional about this game because I need this game to be right. They've been waiting for a game to be this right for so long. But what it needed... This is where I don't know until single player comes out. When single player comes out, the game is going to be based more around Jason. That they have made that clear. Period. Now, whenever you're a counselor, you're already at a severe disadvantage to Jason. And you don't need it being extremely difficult to see the environment on top of Jason trying to kill you. That is literally the only saving grace that I have towards this game. They dulled down the game to make it easier to play for everybody. Like, they made things look better. They changed the colors a little bit so you can kind of notice things easier. Like, I can understand that. If somebody would sit down and say, look, this is why we did this is why this isn't like this, and I would say, okay, fine, perfect, I get it, I understand. Now, pocket knives, they need to just get rid of that stuff. That pocket knives, if you get grabbed by Jason, you just got grabbed by Jason. That's the way that should be. I don't like pocket knives, but that's beside the point. They've got to make a balance factor, and I get it. Okay, I understand. But I do not understand why they had to change the way the game looked. The only reason I can think of it is they did it to make it easier for other people to try to survive. And if that's the case, fine. I can live with having a multiplayer that looks different from the trailer if I can have a single player to go back to that looks like the trailer and actually like puts me in Camp Crystal Lake and makes me feel like I'm in a Friday the 13th movie. That is what it's about for me, like that is everything. And I mean, it's still good. They have gone a step in the right direction. Like, whenever they released the smaller maps, they brought the fog back. They brought a denser fog back. They kind of changed the brightness in some areas, and that extra fog, it really adds to the density and the lure that's a horror movie. And I love it. And so the small maps are where it's at. They still haven't necessarily, or they haven't as of this moment, they have not updated the other maps to where they're like the smaller maps. Now, they're supposed to be bringing rain in, which is probably going to be rampant throughout all the maps, which is exciting, and that's gonna help. Like, that's gonna compile. Like, that's gonna be another step in the right direction to get this game back to feeling like you're in a real horror movie, and I'm very excited about the future of it. I just don't know why that is. I just want an answer, to be quite honest. I just want to know why. I'm not necessarily upset. I'm just I want to know why they changed something that didn't need to be changed. Now, if they're saving it for single player, perfect. I've got no problems. But until then, I still love the game, still love playing the game, but I don't really play the game like you're supposed to. You're like, whenever normal people play Jason, there's like, oh, teleport, morph, shift, kill, as quick as possible, knocking down doors and stuff. Me, I play the game like it's a horror movie. Actually, we probably don't need to be talking about this, but it's later. No. It's, I play the game like it's an actual horror movie. I stalk counselors. Quite literally. There is no figurativeness about this. I stalk the hell out of some counselors. And I don't go for the easy quick kill stuff. That's not my style. I mean, this is the rule I use. What is this? I hope I'm going the right way. I hope I opened the door or something. God, how was you supposed to survive this? Is there any way you could have done that without taking any damage? I don't think so. God, please let that door be open. Please let it be open. Why would it be open? I didn't do anything. I hate this game. I hate it so much. Hate it. I don't understand. I need explanation. But I play the game in a stalking sense. I'm more of a... I have this thing called the rage rule, okay? And the rage rule is, and this is, you're gonna think I'm stupid, but it actually makes you a better Jason. I don't kill anybody until rage mode is activated. And I do that for two reasons. Because, one, it makes the game last longer, and two, it makes the game more enjoyable, in my opinion. Whether you're Jason or a counselor, some people may like running away from Jason, other people may not like running away from Jason. If I ever figure out how to control Gordon Freeman, I will be the best Half-Life player ever. Anyway, it's just, there's so much to, I mean, what you do, like, whenever I spawn, I go ahead and I set my traps down by the phone, then I do the 4-seater, I just do the normal Jason thing. But then, I try to keep people from doing things, and that's where this comes from. That's where that rage, that's where you becoming a better Jason comes in, is because if you can chase, like, let's say somebody's got a gas can. If you're chasing somebody down, that's stupid. I didn't mean to crash that early. If you're chasing somebody down, they're like headed towards the car, and then you spawn right on top of them, they're going to run away from the car. So what you want to try to do is you want to keep them away from the objective as best you can. And that's like the whole point here, is to make you a better Jason, more aware Jason. A Jason that uses his shift very efficiently, uses his morph efficiently. But the real reason why I do that is because I love the stalking mode of that game. It is petrifying. Especially when you can do it the right way. There's a freaking ladder here. Oh god, and people! Ah, nice. Wait, did I just turn those on automatically? Can you go ahead and... I shot him. Kill it! Kill it! Murder it with bullets! Come on, you little stupid helicopter! It's a bunch of hell is what this is. A bunch of helicopter. There you go. That's right. Get decommissioned. Oh, no. Kill it! I think I did kill it. Nope, I did. But anyway, like, that's the game I play. It's... Whenever you teleport, like, let's say you hit stalk, right? And then you teleport somewhere where you know somebody is, and then you get behind a cabin. Or, my personal favorite is you chase them into a cabin, and then you kind of walk off to the side, and then you go into stalk mode, and then you wait. Eventually, they are going to want to leave the cabin. But, fortunately, you will be there. And then whenever they jump out, dude, I've gotten, oh my god, I've got so many good kills doing that. There's a, dude, I gotta tell you guys a story. Like, there's like 3 kills that was probably the best kills in the history of me playing that game. The first one, actually the first 2. Yeah, the first 2 happened in the same game. Uh-oh, I hear murderous razor. I don't need a shave, thank you. This is one of the early games I played too. This wasn't like me implementing the rage rule. I was just being Jason trying to understand everything. But one of the coolest things, dude, it was we were playing, and like they called the cops. I didn't understand traps, you know, and it was still really early. This was like maybe the second week of the game when it came out, and everybody was still relatively new. Well, what had happened was they called the cops. I chased somebody. It was on Packanack, and you know that really small cabin next to the big one. Well, it was on Packanack, and the rider go this way. Oh God! I thought I could not be able to drive through those. I chased somebody in that small cabin, and you know there's a window there, or 2 windows, but it's got that little deck. It's that really small one. So I chased somebody into there, but then the cops, you know, they made that little noise. You know, the cops are here. They said whatever. You know, oh, there's a power slide right here. Heck yeah. But I'm pretty sure that singing Vulcan or whatever it's called over here to the left, like you come out of this tunnel, I think. You gotta go left there. But anyway. So here I am. I've knocked down the door, and then the cops get called. So I like walk away. I walk out of eyesight of the council that's in there, and then I go into stock mode, and I wait. It's about a 10-second wait, and you know the cops are there, so she's got to go. You know, she runs out, and I'm right there, and I just grab her, and her mic freaked out. I couldn't hear what she was saying, but her mic just went out, and I knew she was freaking out. But, yeah, man, it was that. And then in that same game, like right after I killed her, I teleported literally right on top of somebody that almost got to the cops. Like they were feet away from getting to the cops, and I stopped them. And what made that kill so good, it wasn't so much that I was able to stop him. When I killed him, it was one of the longer ones, and yeah, I think it's good. I think it's out here. Yeah. Whenever I killed him, there was 2 other people that were still in the game. Oh, that's the worst place for that to have stopped. Oh. No, it's not here. It's more of an open area. God, there's explosives, there's murder, there's death. Oh, here it is. Yep, here it is. Pretty sure. Pretty dang sure. No, I lied. But it's something like that. He's in like a pipe like that. Dude, I'm about to pee my pants right now. I'm having a hard time sitting still. But anyway, when I killed him, there was like 2 other people left, and they got out on the cop. But I was doing one of the longer kills, and they ran past me, and like that was the last thing they saw as they left was this guy getting absolutely mutilated. And it just made for like a great photo finish to that. But then one of the last games I played. Ooh, wait. Okay, just making sure I didn't know if there'd be something else there. But then one of the last games that I played is Friday. It was a really good game in the fact that I killed. I mean, I ran amok on these guys, and I'm not just saying that. I don't consider myself a good Jason, but I destroyed these cats. And I even did the rage rule thing too, which makes it even worse for them. You know, I waited 10 minutes before I killed anybody. So, yeah. But anyway. Okay, can we do this? Just go straight. Just go straight, boy. That's all I need you to do. That's all I need you to go straight. So, I wait 10 minutes, do the whole thing, and then I absolutely just murder everybody. I mean, it's systematically slaughtering people on this game. And, I mean, it's a great game. I mean, it's literally like teleport here, boom, shift grab, got him, and then, you know, super kill, or not super kill, but a special environmental kill. I mean, it's just everything. It's all over the board as far as that's concerned. But then, and this is probably the most intense thing that's ever happened. It's definitely the most intense game of Friday I've ever played. Here I am. Not over there. It's like this. I got it. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost up to time. I'll finish telling the story. Oh, excuse me. But it was killed everybody. But then Tommy Jarvis comes back, and somebody ended up getting the sweater. So yeah, that spells bad news for Jason. You know what I mean? Because yes, Tommy Jarvis had a machete. Yes. Crazy. Tommy Jarvis had hit. She had a baseball bat. I mean, it was, yeah. Like, I could have died, so I had to play this very carefully. What ended up happening, ladies and gentlemen, was the greatest game of my life. I'm about to explode, dude. They were both hanging out in the cabin together, and I went to knock down the door, and I hit it twice, and the guy, was talking crap, like, "Going in here, Jason, do this," being a total tool. But, I mean, I understand. It's a very sensitive moment for Jason. I get it. But, so I'm trying to play this smart, like, I teleport away, and, like, I'm trying to, oh, God. I teleport away, and I'm trying to figure out the best way, and, like, I'm trying to throw knives at him, but she's blocking them, and I can't get around to doing it right, But what happened was, I think the guy that was playing Jarvis couldn't hear very well. I don't think he had a mic, so he kind of just had to play off what the other guy was doing. He may have never killed Jason before. But, so like, come on, Jason, let him in. So, like, I hit the door twice, and then I walk away just to try to fake him out, And then I come back, and I hit the door, and then she charges me, right? Because all she has to do is hit the Y button and then hit me with a baseball bat, and then Jarvis is free to kill me. So she charges me, so I back up, right? And I don't know how this happened. I mean, this could have happened for whatever reason. Me personally, I think I should have died because they pretty much had me dead to rights there. But I don't know if it was a glitch or just something that happened. But she wasn't able to activate. Like, I was far enough away from her to where she couldn't activate the sweater. And I was trying to grab her, but I was, whoa, jeez. Oh, where do I go from here? Oh, I go straight? I don't think so. Oh, maybe so. So anyway, so he's far enough away, and then I heard him say, "Oh, I can't activate it. Oh, what's going on? I can't make it happen." And then right then, she got close to me, and I just grabbed her and I stabbed her with a pitchfork, and that was it. I mean, killed her. The sweater's useless. I grabbed Jarvis, and that was it. It was the scariest time. Like, my heart was. I remember I had my guitar. I play during the lobby when it loads, just to kind of pass the time. And like it was right on my chest, and I could hear my heartbeat in the acoustic guitar. Like, you hear boom, boom, boom. But I mean, I was so scared because it was literally one Y button away from killing me. And somehow, the only thing I can think of was I grabbed her whenever she was in the middle of spamming the Y button. Like, he stopped hitting the button to get close enough to me, and at that point, I just grabbed her and just killed her. And he didn't rage quit, which is fantastic. There's been a lot of rage quitting people. I've made Jason rage quit a couple times. I mean, there's both sides of that situation, but it was something. That was probably the craziest thing. I've never been so scared. I had to send him a message. I said, I've never been so scared in my life. That was the most intense game of Friday I've ever played. But we are done, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to figure out something here. It's been my absolute pleasure. Keep it. I think that guy is somewhere around here. I don't know where, but hopefully we'll find out Friday. It's been my absolute pleasure. Keep it real, keep it new. I'm going to upload these videos as soon as I can. I love you guys. It's been my absolute pleasure. Keep it real, and peace.